want to do some math? Come on in. Since you want to learn some math, here we are. We're going to learn about translations. So what is a translation? A translation is a movement of a point on a coordinate plane. A point or a shape. Forgot to add that. But some other knowledge you need is that after moving a point, it becomes prime, which means that point A becomes point A, but with this apostrophe, which means that's prime. And just another thing to remember is that coordinates go X and Y. We'll get to coordinate notation later when we get to a problem that addresses that. For the rest of the rules, it's this will also be addressed later in a different problem, but just remember that the x-axis goes left and right, and the y-axis goes up and down. So now that we went over the rules, we're going to move on to the questions. So I drew at the top of my paper a little rabbit's paw that you can rub for good luck on the questions, and some happy faces to know that everything will be alright. So our first question is translate triangle ABC 5 units right and 3 units down. So I already gave you the coordinates to A, B, and C as seen on this graph right here. And all we have to do is move these points 5 units right and 3 units down. So for point A, for instance, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So this is point A prime. Do not forget to make it prime, or else you'll get it wrong. And then point B, we do the same thing. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So this will be point B prime. And then C prime, or C, we do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So this will be point C prime. Connect the dots, and boom, you got your new triangle. And all you have to do is translate those points onto the answer sheet. So you can see that A is at 0. It's at 0, 2. B prime is at 1, 0. And C is at -1, 0. So that's all for question number 1. So now we finished question number 1, we're going to move on to question number 2, which is find how triangle EFG was moved. Answer in coordinate notation. So from our little note sheet, we're going to learn what coordinate notation is. And it is how the axis is affected. For example, x is subtracted by 3 and y is added by 5. And so just a little reminder is that left means a negative, so it'll take away from the overall value of the point. Right will add to the point, so it'll go this way. So it's like if the x-axis is added by 5, it'll move to the right 5. Down is negative and up is positive. That's pretty easy to remember. So now we're going to go back to question number 2 and the graph for question number 2. So as you can see, we already have both the triangles because we want to figure out how it was moved, and coordinate notation will help us do that. And so all you have to do is take the normal E. You only have to take one point because all the points are moved by the same values. So all you have to do is count 1, 2, wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, never mind, it's 8. Oops, sorry. So the y-axis gets moved up by 8, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the. It takes away from 9 of the x value, and that's our answer, and that's how you answer in coordinate notation. So now we finished question number 2. We are going to move on to question number 3 in the next sheet. So question 3 is point A, which is 5 and 3, is moved 3 units left and 2 units up. What is the position of point A? And as you can see, we don't have a graph for this problem, and so this brings us to our next little problem here, is that what happens if you're not given a graph? If you're not given a graph, remember that if it says left, it's going to subtract from the overall number. That's right, it's going to add. If it goes down, this is for the, I'm just going to write this right here. This is for the x values and this is for the y values, just to clarify a little bit. So yeah, so we know that left and right affect the x-axis, and y is down and up. One's negative, one's positive. So yeah. So in question number 3, it's asking us, it moves 3 units left. So what we can do is just subtract 5, or 3 from 5, and we get 2. So that's pretty easy. You get 2, and then it goes 2 units up, so it's going to be 2 and 5. And that's all you have to do. So now for our final problem, number 4, which is also our largest problem, we have triangle IJK is moved 4 units right and 2 units down. Then it is moved 2 spaces to the left. So for this one, we're actually going to have 2 transformations. And so the only thing that's different here is that it goes from prime to double prime. So you just add another apostrophe. So we take a look at our graph. We have triangle IJK right here. And so we're just going to immediately just solve for I prime, J prime, K prime. So we have to move them 4 units right. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 units down. So 1, 2. So this is J prime. Then for I, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, okay. And this is I prime. Then for K prime, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And that is K prime. So then you're going to record those values right there. K is at 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. K is at, K prime is at 1, 6. J prime is, let's see. So J is at 1, 9. And I is at -3, 9. Alright. And then all we have to do to find the double prime is move them 2 spaces to the left, or we can just subtract by 2, which is what we're going to do because it's faster. So I double prime is -5, 9. J prime, or J double prime, is -1, -1, 9, and then K double prime is also -1, 6. So, yeah, that's it. So, now that you learn about transformations and all the things that go along with it, it really doesn't get more complex than that unless they make you move it more times or there's a bunch of points. So yeah, if this helped you, that's good. If it didn't, I'll find a different YouTube video. I'm not a teacher. But anyway, hope you enjoyed and thank you.